Hello everyone, I'm Drake, like the dragon, and welcome to Slay the Princess. The full game is out today and I am so excited to play it. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods.
I am.
And at the end of that path is a cabin.
And
in the basement of that cabin
is a
princess.
Fuck yes.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We do not want that to happen. Oh, I'm so happy that this is finally out. I am genuinely so drawn to so many of the options from the demo that I am not sure how I want to do this yet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue silently.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I think in the replays, all the exploration is gonna come in, but because right now I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, I might just go for the stranger and just go straight in it, kill her, move on.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
But the narrator says we should.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking
about. And I'm a pushover. Let's go. Look at my little bird hand.
The interior of the cabin is almost
actually
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Grab it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sure.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Ooh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Continue silently.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
She's not a threat to me.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steal your nerves and step forward, or do we catch her off guard? I can't remember if we give her a chance to defend herself if we just like step forward without actually attacking. I'm gonna say I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare.
I'm not daring.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Oh yeah, I'm tightening my
You
grip.
ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I may have already messed up.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Let's go.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
See how this goes.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts!
If this takes us to the tower, I will be so happy as well, by
Though
the
she's
way.
unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Cool.
We can still turn this around.
Oh. We can do the Spectre, the Nightmare, or I think the Tower right now. Oh. You know what? I want to do the Nightmare.
Are you serious? It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out.
Yep.
Fine. You make a mad dash
So
to the
many of
basement
these are
stairs,
my
the
favorites.
princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains.
Ooh.
They creak and strain as she
Ooh.
pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
This is new.
She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice
Ooh,
calling
I'm so
out
excited.
to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Oh, scare the shit out of me, princess.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Nightmare, he said. Roll credits.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it.
Our player character's just holding his little bird hands to his head going, this isn't happening. This isn't happening.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Oh, I know. And I am very happy.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Whatever you are, you're not a princess. Go ahead and waste your energy. I'll be waiting for you.
I'm so sure about outlasting me. You're so brittle. So go ahead, rest, do whatever you think will help you be prepared. But know that I'm coming for you, and that when I find you, I will make you hurt.
Sick.
You put the princess's threats out
Smatterings
of
of
your
new
mind as best you
things.
can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The
Ooh.
ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Get ready, y'all.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
I'm so honored to be
Whose
witnessing.
side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Yes, ma'am.
She steps closer, one silent foot
The
forward at a time,
hands.
cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Who's say we still can't? Maybe I'm a monster fucker.
Your lungs
Oh, I'm so sorry. I accidentally stopped him from talking. Your lungs stop drawing in breath. Your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
Okay.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
A surprisingly peaceful death, considering everything. Let's go, nightmare.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh! What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you?
Such great voice acting on both parts.
Shit! I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Boo. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there? Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
Who are you to say I don't pose a threat to the world? Have you seen my
I believe
ass?
your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, you think happened after you died?
Such good sound design as well. There's like this low rumble in the
Do you think
background.
the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
I wish we knew why we were chosen for this. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Just being around her in the end shut down all of my organs. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? She's a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's going to do something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Is that the narrator sort of acknowledging that our thoughts and actions shape who she is as well?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Maybe things are complicated.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Lies.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
The fact that now, when the game starts, it tells you this is a love story is an interesting development.
You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
Okay. Let's try what the hell am I supposed to do about her shutting down all my organs?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
You're being cagey, what aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Well, they can keep waiting.
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here, and they definitely aren't there. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Oh, I know. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. I'm gonna go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Do I want to push it into this ending already? Kind of. I'm not sure. Now let's go. Let's see what's happened with the nightmare.
Great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A couple of laps around the woods were all it took for you to go in there.
I think I will be achievement hunting, so I'm gonna see all of this anyway.
I guess you're the one in control, aren't you? So if you want us to die again, I guess we'll die again. Good luck to all of us. The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
The door is definitely bigger.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Why would you lie about there not being a mirror when it's clearly right there? What's the point? Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, but look at that great view of our hand.
Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Let's take the blade, even though we definitely don't need it. Oh yeah, let's explore. This whole cabin's different than I remember it being.
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
You must realize something's off here, though.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Strange thing to say.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Can we have holy water?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Let's go.
You cross over the threshold and onto
eyes
a
are
series
blinking
of
now.
isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
I don't remember them blinking before.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Ooh.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Promise.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna kill her. Step off into the void between the stairs or continue down the stairs into silence. Let's try stepping off.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know, man. Control. Seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything?
I don't know what you're saying.
Make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh, such a fucking great voice. Go left, right, do nothing, or back the way we came. I want to go left.
You turn to the
Doesn't
left.
matter, but still.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
There
told
you
I
are.
was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
Can't
This is
throw
it,
a knife if
isn't it?
your arms are numb.
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think!
She's so cool.
What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
I love the redesign.
As your blood begins to coagulate, it's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart,
Wow.
what are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience
Ooh.
stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Let's go, paranoid.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Am I grounding myself?
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Oh, so cool.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Why won't you finish me off? What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me? What happened after you killed me last time? You're a lunatic, you know that, right? Wow. Wow. Leave together? Run or save the princess. That is so many incredible options. Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop!
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
This is so fucking cool.
You're back.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that. Ah, and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
So cool. What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Okay, that is an interesting turn of events. If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organs shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
That's true. You're just too good. You need me alive, then why threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me after I tried to kill you twice?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
So cool. I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
Oh my god.
The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
I'm like loving this so much, it's difficult to function. People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, thriving things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Wow. You're a lunatic, you know that?
Like I said, I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control. So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
He raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death.
Wow. And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
Definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Being around you's agony. I'm not going to stick around. I mean, I want to explore everything, but I don't want to choose any options either.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. The bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
What if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
Then we're stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Only until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
God, the narrator really doesn't have anything to say during all of this. It definitely closed off a lot of other exploration options, but there was just so much. I don't think we keep speaking. I think I tried to slay her.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
Oh no, we didn't.
You actually went for it! Oh, you're going to regret this! I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now!
Can she?
Apparently she
Already
can.
seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Okay.
Not getting those stares back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
What?
She falls to the ground, unmoving. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here, right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
Kind of like if I just killed her in the first place, isn't it?
No. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end, eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it? What do you mean?
You know what he means.
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before.
I mean, it's not in her hands, also, it's in her chest.
That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
Especially mine.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
Not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again. I've got the best company I could ask for, you guys. What more do I need? Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens? Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places? I want to ask these two.
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Okay, are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
Okay.
Ah yes, the whole looping thing. How unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. You bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now? Let's wait a bit.
More time passes. You're still here.
Can you tell me your secrets now?
No.
Oh. How about now? Is it secret time? Let's wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna wear you down eventually. You might as well spill those sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you.
Aw.
You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can.
Wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
Secret?
The narrator continues to ignore you. More time passes. You're still here.
Oh, no more secret options? Damn it. Take the blame from her body, I guess. No, I mean, let's compliment the guys.
Oh, you could do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
Don't be
Unlike you,
lonely.
I'm not capable of being lonely.
Really?
Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Okay. Wait a little bit more.
More time passes. You're still here.
Well, we've explored everything.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Oh, come on, narrator. Use your imagination. Throw the blade into the void. Let's wait.
More time passes. You're still here.
Yeah, what happens if I throw it?
Oh no, what are you doing?
I don't know. Let's find out.
You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now.
Oh.
You mean other than starving?
I mean, I'm not sure how we've not starved already.
Right, I mean, other than that.
Really, how are we still alive? Let's wait.
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in, and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling.
Sure.
The only things you know for certain
Oh, I
are
shit
that
my
it's
pants.
long and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't
IBS.
be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
And we die.
No, you really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces, and
What
eventually,
do you mean I shouldn't have? You made me.
long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die.
He didn't make us, but he actively discouraged us from killing ourselves, so...
Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
Okay, baby. Let's see what happens. The Wraith. Oh my god.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does.
Voice of the Cold, nice to meet you.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included.
I mean, it would be a relief at this point, wouldn't it?
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
No, this is like that bit in Lord of the Rings with the fucking giant-ass spider.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading.
Oh.
The world has already started to end. Her influence? I really should have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Am I being paid for this good job, or...
Right, let's just hurry.
Is it more of a volunteering gig? Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us.
Interesting.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Okay. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither have gone well for us. we're going to fall through this loop forever. Eventually we're going to have to let her out. We might as well do it now. Or what happens if we don't go to the cabin?
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
I mean, we've got more evidence of that fact than the opposite.
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now.
That's just spider
Just have
webs.
to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Yeah,
On
definitely
second
spider webs.
thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option. He's just gonna say something stupid.
Then she finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse.
Not for us.
And why is that?
Because it's cowardly, for starters.
Oh,
and because
boo.
the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Boy, if you don't quit it with the accusations. I want to see what happens if I try to leave here.
I'm begging you, don't do this. You're going to damn everything to oblivion. You have to do something. You can't just walk away. Yet here we are, walking away despite your protestations.
There's got to be a crack in this world somewhere. If he's looking in at us, there has to be a way out.
They have some good points.
You walk down the path away from the cabin. Hope for all our sakes that you change your mind before it's too late.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? Everything is getting fuzzy.
Whoa.
What's going on? Where are we?
Whoa.
I don't know. But it feels like home. It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
What the heck has happened? The world around you is unwound. Its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up or embrace the thoughts constricting you. Oh. Let's try waking up. It's not. Oh. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Well, now I'm fascinated to go all the way back there and see what happens after that. I want to meet the Wraith.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, dude. Let's just do the ending of evasion now.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
A quick and easy one. Let's just go.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Let's leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yep.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Okay. Let's
Your
go.
silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Except... Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Uh-huh.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Mm-hmm.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
So self-important, dude. I don't even care about you. I don't even know you.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death.
Everything about this is certain death.
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Oh, sick. Everyone died. The end. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Another... all of them are so cool. There's like not one path I can take here that doesn't lead to something exciting.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But I died, the whole world ended. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead and that the princess has yet to end the world, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And to answer your question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Sure. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
How does that make sense? Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any
Oh
further.
boy, we know.
She will lie, she will cheat,
Yes.
she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Unless.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Let's go.
The cabin interior is
Ooh.
wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Oh, I've done that in a demo, I think.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Blah, blah, blah.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong.
I love the interior. It's very cool what they've done. They definitely changed it around in a very cool way.
Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Whoa! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Overlapping music as well. I think there's a bit of a tower in there.
Nothing.
Don't know
because
what
you're
else.
going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Okay, you didn't say anything. Tried that last time. We know it doesn't work. Let's persevere anyway.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
There it
Reach
goes again.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror
Got
a
that
second
Halloween
ago.
manicure going on.
Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Let's take the blade and go.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it?
Oh, this is funny.
The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
I think he's right. Let's hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Love that it changes the mouse cursor.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better.
Better grip as well.
It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Ooh, throw it out the window. We've done it before, but we should do it for the achievements, shouldn't we?
Haha! Yes! Do it!
Whoa! Didn't notice that before. All coming away from the background. Sick.
Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
Sure.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Let's go.
The door to the basement
Whoa.
creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Sick.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once.
Oh.
An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
It's like walking through a perfume store or like smelling too many candles, which I done earlier tonight, and it did give me a headache, so I relate to this description.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ooh.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Ooh, harsh stairs to the left, center staircase, soft stairs to the right. I think it doesn't really matter, but I think... center, I guess.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
Okay, how do I know that? Wait, what?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Oh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
No, I didn't even meet her!
Physical sensations
No!
dull and vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
No way.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
Whoa.
What the hell was that? What happened to us?
What the hell?
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
This isn't the stranger.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
I don't think eyes glowing in the dark is very normal. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was here.
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do you know me?
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so blank. I have no idea who she is. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle for us to take apart. If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Whoa.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it?
Please let me live more of this game. It's so cool.
Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of it.
Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I love it.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions.
I wonder what happened with the previous design of the stranger. This is very interesting.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Fun.
Can't
Lore
even follow
building.
what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
So cool. Wait. Oh, why are multiple answers? All these are lighting up at the same time. I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. And regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window. All of those at the same time? What's your name?
Princess. You can call me Princess, if you'd like. You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
There she is
This
again.
is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is
You want to do all
hell,
of
and
it?
it's only getting worse.
Yes, do all of it.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
Whoa.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't,
Happening.
because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Whoa.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
Whoa.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
And here we have a touchling from Scarlet Hollow.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Yeah, that's always not an easy lesson to learn.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Could have been said differently.
Please.
What do I get to do? It's gonna be okay, I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. You just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. I kind of want to know what happens if I say I'll do my best. Whoa. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear you reply. He's gone, replaced with something else.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking her. The narrator is gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Approach the
I'm
mirror.
begging you, don't do this.
It's too tempting. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You approach the mirror. Ooh, gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Wayne? It's you. You're alone in a place that's empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Wow. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I'm a person. I don't know what I am. What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalked. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold.
Wow.
I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Do I know what you mean? Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
That's
The
depressing.
space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me in here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place, or are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Huh. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? I don't think so, but let's try.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know anything about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
You're that thing I met in the space outside the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Oh. Whoa, so many more options. How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What the hell? I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
The way the hands are holding each other as well. Being semantic, what are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
But you know the meaning of all of this. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I'm not going back, wait, or okay, make me forget. Oh my gosh. Let's
If
wait.
you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Oh. I don't know. Let's wait forever.
You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage?
This is so incredible. I'm so impressed with Black Tabby Games that they've achieved this incredible level of narrative experience. Just what an imagination. Incredible game.
You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Is it gonna close the game? Do not close the game. Oh, it closed the game? I mean, I have to go back. Oh, well, it's updating. It's patching.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Ah, okay. Okay, make me forget, lady.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Who?
You won't.
Which one? Whoa. Wow.
You're on a path in the woods,
What the
and
hell?
at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
Okay.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I'm not sure. Are we supposed to bring all of the versions into the her? Because how the fuck is that gonna work?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Okay. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
But you're not specifying. Okay. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
It's gonna be blissful isolation until I give up. Okay. Look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I have the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Well,
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
maybe you need to honey more of your words, so I want to listen to you.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
See, I know it's going to turn out good for me specifically. And that I'm okay with.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I sure will. Let's go in. And not take the blade this time, and not antagonize her this time at all.
The cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The blade is your implement.
Let's just enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Softly now.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
What should I say? Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Nah.
No, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Her eyes are so ginormous.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Is someone else here?
Return to the bottom.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Jesus
before
Christ.
raising her arm to her mouth.
The way she just
her
fucking
teeth
goes
tearing
at it,
through her
dude.
limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Yep.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
Indeed.
She smiles softly as her gaze
God,
meets
it's such a-
yours. Blood from
this
her
illustration
wounded arm
does not
dripping
get old.
rhythmically to the ground.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
I've seen most of this already, so I'm sorry that I'm so quiet in the beginning of the parts, but
What are you doing?
I'm very much looking forward to unraveling it.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I don't want to leave. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Player character, baby, this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Kill me, princess.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, but we both know you won't be. It'll be messy and very
She
painful.
plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done.
For her sake.
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Yep. And that's the path I've taken.
So sorry.
No regrets.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened.
You said it was a love
You two of you
story.
made your choice.
I'm gonna treat it like a love story.
Everything goes dark.
And we die.
You die.
And that's okay. Let's meet the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
We saw our face. We look all messed up. I wonder what's up with that. But also, you know, maybe we just desperately yearn to be loved. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
Yes, yes.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Let's go.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Not taking it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No. Let's go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Ooh.
Hello? Is someone there?
That voice, that seems different.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
It's so
I can
very
hear
anime,
wedding
isn't
bells
it?
already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
The dress.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah, can I get the speak, please?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yes, sir.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
It's so interesting how we're just standing here silently talking to the voices in our head, and she's just patiently letting it happen.
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Oh, I treat her like a lady.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Thank you. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
This is so weird.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Oh, interesting.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with.
Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, it
She
is
didn't care
odd.
last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
No, I have to see where this goes. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
God damn.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make
Shut
us
up,
happy.
Laszlo.
My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
Killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I want to see where this one
No.
switches
I
into a
can't
horror.
let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oh. Sorry. What was that? That just skipped. You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her. But if you had a weapon.
Not
But
on
we
my
don't.
watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without
Damn.
a second thought.
That's very emo of you.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Oh,
She doesn't
honey.
even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. It's the only thing you've ever doubted, the actual truth.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection,
Come on, do the switch.
and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Must be something you want. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Okay, here we go.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
It's taken a turn. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. I want you to make me unhappy. There's a lot to explore here. But You need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh god. Her eyes and boobs keep getting bigger.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Must be something you want. This isn't right. Let's just get out of here.
That sounds perfect.
Oh, phew. She's back to normal. Normal? What are you talking about? Our angel has always been like this. Absolutely flawless.
The princess takes your hand.
Oh, wow.
The last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand.
God, the voices are very quiet in this part.
She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
I will say, like, I hope they patch this out. In multiple bits of the game, the voices just get so quiet compared to the music, but just in general, they're a bit too low.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
So you did it.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
However.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it together, but I'll ask her.
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
Nobody is leaving this basement.
I think we can open it if we try it together, my love.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech.
And
The lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and
He
the
was
princess
right.
make your way upstairs.
We have to leave together.
and the blade, that's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
I'm not doing that. We're definitely coming back to explore, though.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I think you deserve a bit of suffering after everything you've put the player character through.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, my love.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Your love will set you free.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was
Wait a
too busy
minute.
staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. The cosmic being takes another one. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach it again. Look at ourselves again. We've grown? What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Oh.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Wow. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay. Oh, God. Any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So interesting.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I definitely need to go back to the nightmare and finish that storyline. Destroy your body? Attack the entity. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Oh my God. Okay.
You're on a path in.
Okay. We are doing the nightmare.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
Haven't decided yet. Tighten your grip. Slay her. I can't flee and lock her? But I didn't finish that storyline. That one wasn't done though. Because I hadn't met her there. Really? Fuck, I should have saved. I can't get... This is very confusing because I don't think... I think she took me in that one. She didn't take the princess. But we didn't get to finish the storyline. I had to finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Come to the Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods.
I'm gonna save it here, and I'm calling this episode. There is so much more to discover. I'm really beating myself up for trying to turn around in that first playthrough for the nightmare. I really wish I'd have met the Wraith. So I guess now we just kind of keep going and see what happens. And maybe I'll even try to finish that. Kind of, I don't know. There'll be multiple playthroughs for sure. But thank you so much for being here, for hanging out tonight, and for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear them. And I'll be back soon with the next one. Bye for now.